lost my audience.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, and I'm going to be discussing why it's important for teens to have jobs. First off, did you know that a person can make over $2 million at the age of 65 by doing nothing after the age of 26? Well, I'm sure most of you didn't know that. But according to Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace Plan in this book, it shows that if a person invests $2,000 a year at a 12% interest rate from the ages of 19 to 26, they will have made over $2 million by the age of 65. Now, you may be wondering why that's relevant to teens having jobs, but if a teen has a job at such a young age, then they can save up all that money so they can invest like that and have extra money like that. So today I'm going to be discussing the 3 main reasons it's important for a teen to have a job. First is the different responsibilities and skills that you learn from having a job. Second is developing time management skills. And third is learning the value of money. Now first, when teens are employed, it's important that they learn these responsibilities and skills. Teens that have jobs have the realistic idea of having a job. And when you're an adult and you have a job, you may be corrected. But if you never had a job as a teen, you may not be able to take that correction well. And anyone needs to be able to take correction well because that's how you learn. And you're going to always be corrected throughout your life, and you have to know how to take that correction. Also, when you're paid by an hourly wage, you learn how to work hard for a small amount of money. And as you grow older, as an adult, you're going to learn to appreciate that. And your waitresses or waiters or clerks at a store, you'll appreciate them so much more because you know how it is, how it feels to work hard and you're only making minimum wage. Also, you gain respect. Whenever you're growing up, you learn how to get along with your family and friends, but when you get a job, you have to work with people from so many different backgrounds. And people may not have been raised just like you or have the same values or know how to treat people exactly like you. And you have to learn how to deal with that, and you have to still respect them. Or you may not agree with everything that your boss does or everything your boss says, but you also need to respect the position that they're in. And by having a job at a young age, you're going to know how to do this and be prepared when you're an adult. Also, you learn on-the-job skills. These skills include communication skills, academic skills, interpersonal skills, technology skills, critical thinking skills, and management skills. All these skills are called transferable skills, which means you can use all these skills at any job that you have. And when you're a teen and you're learning these, you'll be able to take them to your career as an adult. For example, a critical thinking and communication skill. Say you're working and you have an angry customer that comes in the store. You have to suddenly think on your feet of how you're going to deal with the situation. But most importantly, you have to be able to deal with it and speak clearly and tactfully to this person. And when you learn this so young, when you're an adult, you can do it really fast and it comes easy. Next, along with being responsible, an important benefit while working is time management. There's a common saying that says, if you need something done, ask a busy person. It's just a known fact that a busy person completes more tasks than a leisure person. And I know from experience, on days where I have a ton of stuff to do, I get so much more done on days that I may be, oh, well, I don't have much to do, so I'll just get that stuff done when I need to. I usually don't get it done. So when you're busy, you're going to get things done. Also, teenagers can learn how to schedule once they have a job. You have to learn how to balance your work life, your social life, your school life, and your family life. And by this, you have to schedule your times of when you're going to do all of it, because you can't do everything. And If you have a problem balancing these things, you have to learn how to say no to people. It's very important, especially when you get older. You have to know how to say no to people because you can't overschedule. You can't do everything and fit it all in one time. Also, avoiding interruptions is a very important task also. This means staying off of your cell phone while you're working, which is really hard for teens nowadays, of course, so staying off your phone or staying off the computer, but it teaches you to avoid any kind of interruption whenever you're an adult, because that is not okay in the working world to sit on your phone. Your boss is not going to like that. Finally, young people learn to be on time. It's plain and simple. There's consequences whenever you're late. You can't be late, and eventually you're going to get fired if you're late all the time. So my last reason why it's important for teens to have a job is to learn the value of money. When you're occupied with something and working all the time, you're not going to spend near as much money. You're at work all the time, you're focusing on making money, you're not thinking about, oh, I better go shopping, and you don't want to spend the money you've made. You also develop appreciation for the money that you've earned or for the things that you've been given. Say you're shopping with your parents and you want a shirt, and say it's $30, and you may not think anything of it, you just let your parents buy it, and you're just like, oh, whatever, here, I want this, okay, they get it for you. But say you are shopping and you see the exact same shirt, you might think, okay, do I love this shirt? Do I have to have this shirt? I mean, that was like working for 3 hours, is it worth it? And so you learn to really appreciate the things that your parents give you or anyone else, because you start to realize how many things are given to you in life. Also, some teens may spend their money lavishly, but most begin to learn to make some kind of money plan. This can be balancing a budget or planning for a savings account or establishing credit. And that's really important for a teen to learn how to do that, because lastly, in life, you need to learn how to be financially responsible. And someday, everyone's going to have to at least support a spouse or a family, or even just yourself with bills. And you have to learn how to budget. And when you learn that at a young age, it'll come easy to you as an adult. So I understand that high school and college academics and activities should take priority over having a job. But everyone needs to learn to balance their priorities. Even if a student just works in the summer, it's still a life-changing experience. There are many benefits, even ones I haven't discussed, but for young people to work. Just remember that some of those benefits are gaining responsibility and skill, developing time management, and learning the value of money. Are there any questions? Yes?
Okay, so I want my kids to be involved in school and focus on like being a kid. So why should I let them get a job and get distracted and maybe not enjoy their child or their teen years?
I think that they can still have that fun. They can not work very many hours, or they can just work in the summertime. That's what I usually did. So then in the school year, you can focus on your academics and all your extra activities. But then in the summer, you can work hard. And you can still have fun. You don't have to work all the time. But you're still working enough to learn all those skills and responsibilities. Next question?
I have one.
Yeah.
Do you think kids should work under the age of 16?
I personally don't think kids should work under the age of 16. I babysat, which wasn't, a big deal. It wasn't like I was holding a job, but I think kids shouldn't. I think they should be home with their families, and their parents should teach them to have chores and responsibility at home and just still live the life of being a kid. And then once they're 16, 17, then they can start getting a job. Is there any others?
Do you think that a job is enough for a teen to learn how to budget, or do you think that there should be like classes in school, or did you learn all you needed to learn about budgeting when you were just working?
I think that it is a good idea to have like a class in school. You do learn a lot from working, but when you have a class, you can apply it in your job. And also, I learned, we had a class for a semester where we discussed, I actually got this book, and we discussed Dave Ramsey and all the financial planning, and I learned a ton of stuff I never even knew, just simple things of how to invest money or how the stocks work. I didn't even know all that stuff, and even extra stuff that is beneficial about investing like that. You know, if you start at the age of 18 or 19 and continue to do it. So I think it's very important for students to learn even the extra stuff.
So have you applied anything that you learned in your class in your
Yes,
life?
I have applied it. I actually got a mutual fund when I turned 18. And so I've started doing the whole thing. So hopefully I'll have over $2 million by the age of 65. I don't know, we'll see if the interest rate, how it is. And a lot of others, I've learned how to budget and to keep, you know, how much I should spend on food or how much I should spend on entertainment and activities. So